A very pissed off charter captain down here in Florida jumps out of his boat and onto another angler's boat and hits the throttle and is wicked mad. Now the following video is very upsetting and is crazy. First and foremost, the captain is completely wrong, but I'm going to try to edit out as many of the swear words as possible. But if you are offended by a lot of swearing and a lot of beeps, you're really not going to like this video. This is not how anyone should act or react. This is miscommunication, and this guide, I don't believe he should be taking people fishing. And probably isn't. This can happen to anyone on a bad day, but where this went and how this happened is just crazy to me. Now again, this is a charter captain down here in Florida, over in Punta Gorda, and I'm going to try not to say his name or the other angler's name. And the other angler, you can hear how scared he is in the video, and he has every right to be scared. But he says he's a young kid. And he's a young man. He's 22 years old. Is he at fault? Slightly. But 99.9% of this really goes back to the guide. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to hopefully edit out some of the swearing, as much of the swearing as I can. And you can see what has just blown up down here in Florida. And I'm going to stop it every now and then to give you some commentary.
The other morning?
What, like 5 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cussing me out?
Nah, that was the dude in that boat. Were you the one that came through the middle of the bridge? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I was here, but you ran in front of the other dude over there.
You were cussing me out, dude.
Bro, you ran right through the middle of the bridge while we were all fishing.
In the middle of the night, the guy didn't have any lights on.
So here's the first issue, and here's where I somewhat side with the guide, but 0.0001%. The anglers that are fishing inside of that bridge, one of them obviously didn't have their lights on. And when it's dark, it's dangerous. He probably had to swerve, and the angler that was in the other boat, or the fishermen that were in the other boat, probably were very upset and said some nasty things to the guide, only because the guide probably swerved to get out of the way. But it still doesn't mean that you find someone else and go after him like this guy did.
Bro, we were all fishing here. Alright, bro, I'm not gonna do this with you, bro. I'm not gonna do this with you, bro. Like, it's not the right time, bro.
You know the law?
Bro, you can't come flying through the middle of the bridge, bro.
Yes, I can.
Alright, bro. What are you trying to do, bro?
What am I trying to
What are you trying to do, bro?
You want to go?
I don't want to go. I want you to get the out of here.
Big tough guy?
Tough guy? You pulled up on me, mother.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
Nah, I'm fishing, you like, bro, get out of here. Like, what? What are you trying to do?
Here's where I think this thing starts to go sideways. What are you trying to do? That is backing that guide into a corner. He is going to come out fighting. You can already tell he's pissed off at what happened. But this is where it goes sideways.
Act like a tough guy in front of your buddies?
No, I'm not. Dude, all these know I'm tough, motherfucker.
Bro, alright, bro.
You know what?
Get going, bro.
We're all war veterans. We're all raised.
Well, thank you for your service, bro.
And you're gonna talk
Thank you for your service, bro. But that doesn't give you the right. Alright, bro. Alright, whatever.
Here's the other thing. This guide is out with 3 or 4 clients. These aren't friends. These are clients. And to do this in front of the clients is just horrible.
I appreciate you for your service, bro. But you don't got to run through the middle of the bridge, bro.
Dude, if your guy doesn't have his lights
That's
on,
not my guy, bro. That's just another dude, bro.
you have to have lights on.
My lights were on, bro.
Motherfucking lights.
My lights were on.
Somebody hits you, guess what the happens? You die, nothing happens to me.
Right, okay, bro. Keep thinking that.
No, that's the truth, dude.
All right, bro. Keep thinking that.
Put your lights on.
Bro, my lights were on. I wasn't sitting there. Okay, that's not my dude, bro. Bro, I said, bro, you almost hit him. The other dude was cussing you out.
I almost hit him. Because he didn't have his lights on.
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro.
And here's where you can tell it's going completely haywire at this point. This guide and this other angler, you don't know if they know each other. Don't assume. And once he says he doesn't know him, leave the dude alone. Just shut up and move on. We can agree to disagree on a lot of things. This video is just horrible for anybody who sees it who doesn't love fishing. It hurts everybody. I'm glad this young man filmed it though, because this guide shouldn't be taking people fishing. Not in my opinion.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, bro.
Yeah, you should apologize.
Bro.
On the water more than you can possibly fathom in your wild.
Me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the water.
All right, bro.
Every day, I'm the best charter captain you will ever meet in your life.
All right, bro.
If you cuss me out.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Please, bro.
Don't hit the fucking fire.
Please, okay, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
Apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna cuss me the
All right, bro.
in the middle of the
No, bro. Please, bro.
When he jumps onto this boat, I can't even imagine how scared someone would be. Even at my age, if someone did this to me, I would be scared. And it just should never happen. And I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention because I've been asked by a lot of people what my thoughts are on it. I think the guide is 99.9% wrong.
boat.
Okay. Please.
You apologize.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro.
Yes, it was,
I know I
motherfucker.
was here, but my buddy was
Take
on the
me
boat.
back to my
Sir,
boat.
I'm a kid, bro. Please, bro.
I don't care. You don't cuss me
Yes,
the
sir. All
Talk
right.
to me, mother.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't do it.
Maybe even 100% wrong. Doing what he did and said and how he reacted is just, it doesn't work in today's society. It doesn't matter if you're the best guide or you're a war veteran or any of it. We respect each other. And that's the whole thing that we need to do. There's too many people that just have no filter. Sometimes you need to have a filter. Sometimes you need to know when you're right and when you're wrong. And sometimes you just need to admit that you're wrong. And this young man who didn't do any of the cussing beforehand had his light on, he says, and this guy decides he's gonna get upset at someone else instead of the person that he should get upset with, because he's still fishing in that spot. This guide should not have a business, in my opinion. Not have a business. And there's no way he's the best guide, tarpon guide, in Punta Gorda only because of his attitude alone. I can't imagine that this hasn't happened before with other clients if he's upset and mad. And it's just a horrible video and a horrible situation and it's a horrible situation for our industry as fishing in general. You might not be a saltwater angler, but for bass people, this is still the same thing. And I'm not sure where we go from here, but not happy to do this video to start off with because I didn't want to do this video. I don't want to do this video. But you also have to remember, if you're going to cover the good, you got to cover the bad. It isn't all, unicorns and fairy tales in the industry. And the sooner we all realize it, the better we're going to be. It's the only way we're going to be able to change. But what do you think of the video? Who was right? Who was wrong? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. But if you're one of those 80.4% of the people who watch these videos and haven't subscribed, please hit that like and subscribe button and become part of the team and family, and I appreciate it. Remember, Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live. Come to the YouTube channel, meet new friends, have some fun, and talk fishing. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.